Hey guys, Coach Shannon here from the Bridge, bringing you a floor mobility series that you can do anywhere. You can do in the locker room, you can do in your office, you can do at home in the privacy of your home or your gym. You can do it here in our gym or at your own gym. But take it with you wherever you need to go, and hopefully it's going to provide a little bit of mobility we'll work on the shoulders, we'll work the thoracic spine as well as those hips. And all the while, kind of keeping the core braced, not necessarily specifically for the core, but you're gonna get some core in there because we are gonna continue to hold that core in. All right, so I'm gonna start out on all fours. We're gonna hit a little cat-cow, right? So my shoulders are over my wrists, my knees are under my hips. So at 90 degrees, I'm gonna go into a cat-cow. So I'm gonna tilt my pelvis. So I'm gonna arch my back like a cat and bring my chin to my chest. I'm going to exhale at this point, and then I'm going to inhale, drop my belly and my hips to the floor, and lift my head high. I'm going to inhale here, and then I'm going to exhale again, and arch my back. So it is this alternating movement of arching and rounding the back and the hips and the pelvis to create mobility through your lower sort of lumbar spine. All right, from there, we're gonna go to what I like to call a little look back. So I'm gonna stay in my 4-point series and I'm gonna drive my right leg out. I'm just gonna push through my heel. I'm on the ball of my foot and I'm gonna push through my heel. Get a little stretch in my calf and then I'm gonna cross that leg over. So I'm gonna twist so you all can see me. So I'm gonna cross that leg over and then look back. So I'm lengthening the right side of my body because I'm creating this C curve in order to look back at that heel, right? Or look back at my toe and looking over my shoulder. I'm not looking underneath it, I'm looking around the shoulder to create that C curve in the body. So once I do the one side, I'm gonna go over and do the other side. I'm gonna push through the calf, I'm going to cross it over and then look back. Good. Get that really nice stretch through your side. You should feel that from sort of underneath your armpit to all the way down into your hip. The next one we've got is a hip rocker. So I'm going to send one foot out to the side, put that foot down on the floor, and then I'm going to tuck my toe underneath. So I'm sort of got my toes are down, or they're not flat on the ground, but my toes are tucked under. All right, and I'm going to sit my butt back to my heel, and then I'm going to come forward. So I'm going back and forth. So I'm getting an inner thigh stretch. That's also helping my hips. So we call these little rockers, right? Little kids do this. And we're gonna switch sides. I would say with all of these exercises, let's get about 10 on each side. With the look backs, I would say maybe do 3 or 4, or just sort of hold that position for a good, count of 10 to 15 seconds. Good, so rocking forward and backwards. All right, so from here, we're gonna go with a little hydrant and kick. So we all think of the puppy with the hydrant. So I'm gonna lift and kick, right? I'm gonna try really hard to keep my weight distributed evenly and my shoulders balanced, so I'm not dumping my weight into one side, but I can go alternating lift and kick. So again, another great exercise for the hips. You may not have this range of motion, but if you work on this, you can certainly get that leg up. And if you can't extend it, all you can do is just lift, that's fine too. So really whatever you can, whatever your ability is at this point, go for it. All right, so from here, we are going to do something called the greatest stretch. All right, so I'm gonna come into a half kneeling position, and you can stay here, ground those hands down, or you can push that back leg up. So I'm in this low lunge, right? So at either point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ground down the outside hand and lift the inside arm. I wanna feel this in my rear hip, this great stretch. I wanna look at those fingertips, and then I wanna bring my forearm in a 90-degree position towards the floor. So I wanna lift, I'm twisting my spine, I'm stretching my hip, and then lower that arm to the floor. And you're gonna do this about 5 to 6 times on either side. All right, we've got open book. So now I'm gonna go down to the floor. I'm gonna lay on my side, right? My hips are gonna be stacked. Those knees are gonna be equal. I'm not gonna sort of like be cockeyed or lay in a position that's not nice and sturdy. So I'm here like a little baby in the fetal position. My arms are out straight. This is my book. Now, I can do this one of two ways. I'm gonna sweep my arm around and open up my thoracic spine, right? I probably won't get to that shoulder, that outside shoulder may not reach the floor, but that's okay. Or you can try it this way and just open up. I like the sweepy one along the floor. So I go all the way out and back. And again, you're gonna do this about 10 times on each side. This is great for the shoulders. You can also do it this way as well. Open up like a big book. Good, so again, 10 times on each side. All right, and then the last one in this core series, what we're gonna do is if you can sit sort of cross-leg, you can sit this way if you need to, butterfly style. I prefer cross-legged. So I'm going to slide one hand to the floor and I'm gonna reach over the top. And I'm just gonna do little side bends to either side here. So I'm gonna reach, look up underneath that armpit, and I'm gonna go side to side. That is a great stretch for everything that sort of ails you going into your hips. So I'm gonna sort of collapse that arm to the floor. Try to keep this butt cheek on the floor, so the reaching butt cheek. I wanna try to keep that down and grounded as much as I possibly can. All right, guys, this is your floor warm-up. Hopefully all of those movements feel great. Again, try to go as long as you can, 10 on each side, 8 to 10, and maybe for those look backs, I would say, 10 to 15 seconds, hold that position. Keep looking out for our YouTube sort of locomotive videos or our mobility videos, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.